Hey guys, welcome back to Puffalauda, and welcome back to Café Enchanté, where Rendo was actually really amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. I honestly expected him to be like, I don't know, not weaker, but just like less proactive, and I'm very impressed with him. So, let's just get right into it. We already heard him say that. Let's see. Oh god! God! Just as Canus boldly stepped forward, now double the number. No, much more than that. As if they decided to finally do harm to Mizir, what pushed us forward was a massive amount of Spartoi coming from every direction in front of us with a thirst for blood. They had to have been over 50 in number. Lord, Canus, please. After he spoke, Canus raised his sword and suddenly disappeared. And in one breath. Oh. Several of the Spartoi to the right of us were cut in two, right at their torsos. And just as I was about to gasp, in front and to the left, the rest of them were sliced from the waist up. They turned to ash, blowing away in the wind. Yeah, that's... Mr. Rendo elaborated on what had just happened, what his true strength was like. The knight had simply just swung his sword at the countless number of boned soldiers. Good lord. No magic, no controlling of fire. Just by swinging the giant sword he had in his hand. I'm trying to think of anything in this world that had power comparable to that. I'm sure anything I can think of would pale in comparison to Canus. As he lifts his head, he saw numerous Spartoi crawling out towards us from the cracks Mizir was trying to seal. Just how many of them were there? A shiver ran down my spine after seeing the endless army of bones. Crouching down lower than normal, Canus readies his sword once more. In the next instant, the sword itself let out a roar. This wasn't a metaphor, but what I actually saw in front of me. All Canus did was stand there and swing his sword, but he formed a blade, slashing through the air with huge force. And then... oh my god! With just that, all the Spartoi that were falling from the sky had vanished. What should I do? I should be a little afraid at least, but all I could do was stand there, dazed. I felt like I realized once again why my regulars were called the final boss. And then, one within the group of these last bosses, the one they all referred to as a lord. Oh, Mizir! Since we already got this picture get, I'm not going to put the little thing on there, but Mizir's finger movement sped up quickly. Then the shapes of the cracks in the sky slowly began to waver. More light spread the harder he played. The cracks groaned more... wait, what? Oh, the cracks groaned more the faster he was. They continued to shrink and sink with Mizir's performance. The cracks looked like they were being slowly pushed in from the sides, and they were definitely getting smaller. It's over. Any one of us would have thought that when... oh god, not again! It's that arm again! The giant menace appeared again, forcing open these fissures that were beginning to close. It was that single giant, bony arm. And then... just like last time, its fist came hurling towards Mizir and I, in a simple attempt at crushing our bodies. Canus stepped forward with his sword, ready to protect us, but...
構わないよ、カヌス。俺に任せて、二人は少し退避を。
Wow, he's talking so calmly. After that, Mazir slightly exhales. As the fist collides, Mazir uses all fingers from his hands, or from both of his hands, and plays the keyboard like a magic circle. The overwhelming force digs into the ground around us, sending it flying. Who is that? With it, the large bony arm that stopped right in front of us made a sound like it was crying out. And I saw it slowly start to crumble away from end to end. And then, Mazir turns to face it as it crumbles away.
ここは君たちが、いや、俺も含めて好き勝手していい世界じゃない。ここは人外の世界じゃないんだ。だから、あるべき世界にお帰り。
He spoke, somewhat sadly. With the tune, he began to play again. This time, surely, the eerie arm turned to inanimate ash. Lord. With the giant arm now gone, the cracks in the sky vanished without a trace, as if all of what just happened never did. Is it over? It all ended as soon as it started. Looking around, although the ground was fairly broken up because of the fight, what also remained was the usual veil of the night, with nothing strange to it at all. The usual Amazaki Island. The sea casting its waves, a familiar calm to their rhythms. Hey, Mazir. It just didn't feel real to me. As I pulled on his sleeve beside me without thinking. Oh, huh? Whoa! Oh my god, picture get! Oh, what? Is he dead? He's just exhausted.
こんなに気合い入れて魔法使ったの超久しぶり。冗談抜きで疲れた。
Oh. I knew this was real by the sound of the demon lord laughing on the floor and embracing me.
ことね、怪我はない。
Not at all. Actually, I'm more worried about you.
まあまあ、この程度の疲れなんてさ。君からのご褒美、新作コーヒーを飲めば全回復しますとも。
Hey, that's a really easy recovery. Too easy, even if it wasn't a video game. Well, I gotta make sure to give it my all to make it especially delicious. It'll be a cup of coffee so satisfying that he'll shout for joy when he tries it. Good work, Mr. Demon Lord. When we get back to Enchanté, you just take a nice rest over some great coffee.
ありがとう。けど可愛いマスターさんこそ無理はしないように。
Wow, this is very flirtatious.
突然こんな場所に放り投げられた挙句、とんでも人外バトルに巻き込まれちゃったんだからさ。
Yeah, I think I've had enough excitement tonight to last me a lifetime. Probably enough for my next life, too. He... Why did they have to do that? Oh, well, I guess they're just like, oh, he's a coffee-loving demon king. Okay. He laughed at my comments, but it seemed like he was dialed in on what I said.
それはさすがに気が早いかもよ。
Huh? Again, he gives his usual kind smile.
まあさすがに今回みたいな危険な騒動は二度とごめんだけどさ。ことね。君がアンシャンテのマスターでいる限りね。
These strange and sprightly days will simply continue, he whispers. Afterwards, It was confirmed that every single one of the Spartoi were eliminated from Amazaki Island. The GPM higher-ups also acknowledged the anomaly was dealt with and closed the case. Yeah, thank God. The plan to destroy Amazaki was also cut. The defense forces withdrew, having no idea what happened. We never understood what caused the wormhole, or what that arm was exactly. They say the GPM will be looking into that. The Curie were also able to finally reunite, with the threat now gone. Giving their thanks again and again, they saw us off as we left the island. That's right, the one that was near us during the battle. It mentioned it didn't come out right away, wanting to make sure Mazir and I had a little bit of space. Oh. Also, about the attack Mazir launched that the GPM higher-ups considered to be one of the threats.
ああ、あれああ、いやー、とんでもないホールだったよね。あんなすごい力を放てるスパルトイまで作り出しちゃうんだから。
Wow. Wow. Mazir decided to blame on the Spartoi. Or deflected the issue, and it was considered resolved in any case. Wow, Mazir. Afterwards, on the boat ride back, I called my parents. I was able to confirm that they were safe, as the Spartoi had never come to shore. It seemed no tragedies occurred, and the regulars and I decided to return by rail back to Tokyo. Oh, you're telling me that Ignis and Canus didn't fucking run across the ocean to get there this time? Without warning, my eyelids slowly opened. It seemed like as soon as I got back, I fell right to sleep. I look at the time, and we were approaching the time today would change into tomorrow. So midnight? Like, what? Seriously, today was a roller coaster ride. Oh. Kororo looked like he was sleeping so comfortably. I gaze at him as I think back on the events of today. I went out to the shopping district. I was flung away through the gate. I saw a giant non-human in Amazaki Island. Then every from Enchanté handled it. All of that happened in the few hours between the afternoon today and now, on the verge of the next day. My regulars here really are some amazing people. I woke up. Maybe I'll have some warm milk and try to go back to sleep. Being careful not to wake Kororo up, and quietly stepped down to the cafe. Huh? Considering how late it was, I didn't think anyone else would be here, but I heard a noise. I wandered outside, wondering who was out here to find Canus, looking up at the moon and the mist hanging in the air. Canus, is something wrong? When I call out to him, Canus slowly swings his large frame around.
ああ、琴音か。いや、何大した意味はない。少々涼もうかと、ここに顔を出したのだ。
I see. I woke up just now. Can I join you?
構わぬよ。口数の少ない我が相手でよければ。だが。
You know I don't care. With this permission, I stand along with Canus looking up at the night sky. The flowers blooming in the garden seemed to welcome me as they were swaying in the breeze.
今宵は。
Okay.
あのような異変が起きたとは思えぬほど静かで美しい夜空が広がっているな。
I thought he had more to say initially. Yeah. With Canus's words, I gave a sigh of relief, finally feeling like the regular, peaceful days here had returned. However...
すまなかった。
Huh? I was taken aback by Canus, who suddenly lowered his head apologetically. What did he mean by his apology? What's the matter, Canus? I can't think of anything that you would need to apologize to me for.
あなたになくとも我にはある。あなたがゲートに引き込まれた時、我はその異変に気づくことすらできなかった。
But
今回は無事に合流できたから良かったものの、あなたに何かあったら我はソーアン殿に顔向けができなくなる。
that was a mysterious circumstance that no one could explain. It couldn't be helped that Canus and Ignis didn't notice. He had no need to apologize. Though, I thought that might be insensitive if Canus was still worried about me. In that case, thanks for worrying about me. I'll be careful moving forward too. And if anything like this happens again, I'll do my best and ask for help from you and the others.
我も滞在時の夜には最大限警戒しておくことにしよう。以後は二度と同じことがないよう。何があってもあなたは我が守りきる。
Oh. Okay, thank you. Even though he's in his normal clothes and in his headless state right now, looking at how bravely he fought at Amazaki Island, I thought of how well what he just said fit him. I asked this reliable knight for his help, with a smile on my face. Oh, everything is being resolved in this episode. Everything is great. No matter what strange things happen in the world, the morning will always find its way to greet us the next day. To provide hospitality in those mornings, and the day to inevitably follow, is my duty. Yes, for those who are human and those who aren't. Hello, welcome to Café Enchanté. No matter who my guest is, I'll always greet them with a kind smile. Where memories and the aroma of coffee fill the room in this strange and sprightly cafe. Is this like the end of the game? Like, why does it sound like it's ending? Oh my god. Was that the freaking common path? The common path is so long. Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot believe that. That's insane. That was like, how many chapters was that? That was like 8 chapters for a common path? I think we will stop here, just so that we can start the next episode fully in Canus's route. Wow, again, I just have to say that freaking common path is so long. I spent the entire time thinking, luckily the commenters, there's some very nice commenters out there, that explained to me, like, you're not on anybody's route yet, even though there was, like, a lot of moments where you could see, like hints of routes, you know, like there would be like Ignis focused route, like sections of the common path and etc, etc. So I wasn't sure who we were gonna end up with, but I guess we ended up with Canus. So next time we'll go through Canus's path and suffer, I guess, because we're starting off so poorly, but we'll see how it goes.